Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Mindful Muscle Podcast with my fabulous co-host Jody. How you doing?
I am great. If you're new here, welcome. Gio and I are two friends that went on our own health and wellness journeys and collectively have lost and maintained a 145-pound weight loss and kept it off. We're here to show others, especially the beginner, that sustainable change is possible and we are absolutely worth the effort. So if you're on a weight loss journey or just trying to get control in your health journey, give us a like and subscribe today.
Amen for that. Jody, it's been a while since we have met together on a solo episode. I've been transitioning, moving, my third move in 8 months. I'm finally settling into my house. Tell us about your husband who went through a horrific car accident 5 months ago and he's getting back on his feet. How's that going?
So, for those who might be new to our show, back in June of this year, my husband got in a bad accident with a drunk driver going the wrong way on an on ramp to a major highway in our town, Chester. We live in Chester County, Pennsylvania. My husband broke a bone in his hand. His second metacarpal was broken. His third was pushed out of place and it required surgery. He's been out of work since then, except this week he actually went back to work. His recovery has been incredible to say the least. His doctor wasn't anticipating his return to work until maybe a year
Oh,
or
wow.
more. So it's incredible, but one thing I haven't shared with anybody publicly is just how hard things have been financially since this accident. The drunk driver who hit him had the bare minimum insurance coverage, and that payout doesn't come close to covering lost wages or what we've been through. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, his recovery has been incredible. Even his doctor and physical therapists are amazed. We know how lucky we are that he's alive and able to go back to work, but that doesn't erase the frustration. Someone's choice to drive drunk has caused so much physical, emotional, and financial stress for our family. And it shouldn't have happened. We've been able to stay afloat because we live below our means, we
Mm-hmm.
budget. We've been blessed by loved ones and friends who have been very generous to help us. We had an emergency fund, but not everyone would have that cushion or that support. My husband said something that really struck me the other day. If his injuries were more permanent, if he needed a wheelchair or a feeding tube,
Mm-hmm.
we'd be in serious trouble right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, if there's any takeaway from this experience, it's this: check your own insurance coverage, make sure you have enough protection in case you're ever hit by an underinsured driver. This is a 23-year-old that's now, last time I checked, in a wheelchair. If he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have assets to sue, we could wind up with less than what we're being offered. Do what you can to protect yourself because I can tell you firsthand, it matters in the moment.
No doubt. And I can't believe it's been 5 months. Going back to the alcohol thing you mentioned, he was driving drunk. Jody and I, for different reasons, don't drink. Many people who have been able to lose weight and who are physically fit don't drink either. I do it for religious reasons. Jody does it for health reasons. If you are going to drink, keep it at a minimum and remember that under the influence, you can cause grave damage to other people and to your own health and well being and trajectory. You could spend time in jail for drunk driving and things like that. So, in the long term, it's not worth it, especially if you're fitness minded. Those are empty calories that don't do you any good in the long term or short term. And so, I'm glad he's back at work. It's a mental relief to have him know that he
Oh,
can go back to work and stuff. On my end, it's been 3 moves in 8 months. We moved from Texas here in February, but the house in Texas didn't sell till June. So we moved in June to a small apartment and we had to move stuff into the small rental house we had and into storage. And then eventually we bought a house and all the stress of buying a house. And then we had to move to the new house and settle in and get a new routine and all that, all in 8 months with three little kids. a 10, a 7, and a
Ooh.
4-year old. And on top of that, it took me about a month to realize why I was feeling stressed. Besides the move, in the rental house, I was 5 minutes from Walmart, 12 minutes from Costco, 20 minutes from a school that I play basketball at. I was only 22 minutes from my church. Well, having moved here, which is country 4 acres, I'm now 23 minutes from Walmart, 40 minutes from the school, 30 minutes from the church, 45 minutes from Costco. So, what used to take an hour shopping, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back, an hour and 10 minutes, now it's taking close to 2 hours. An hour shopping, 25 minutes there, 25 minutes back. So, all that stress has really added, all that different routine has added to the stress. So I just needed a mental break, but I'm glad to be back on the podcast talking fitness because it helps keep me accountable. That being said, I guess we can transition. I'm onto a new rabbit trail here at the age of 52, actually closer to 53. That's my story, Jody.
You're never too old to challenge yourself. Some of the people that I coach in the morning that are in their 50s and 60s, they're like, "Oh, I came in last." And I'm always like, "You are so far ahead of everybody sitting at home too scared to even try
Right.
or do something for their health. It's you versus you."
Hey, before I go down my rabbit hole that we're going to talk about, tell us though about, yes, you mentioned your work. You've expanded your working. So share with us about that.
When I originally started working at East Chestnut Fitness at the Oscar Lasco YMCA in Westchester, PA, I was originally 2 mornings, Wednesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 and 6:30. Fast forward to today, I am now Monday through Friday, 5:30 and 6:30 AM, and currently I am also assisting at another YMCA branch with a program called Unified Fitness, which is through the Special Olympics. So when it's not the actual Special Olympics, it gives these athletes a program to help get them moving. It includes cardio, a warm up, strength training, and then we discuss a topic such as the importance of hydration, sleep, and SMART goals. I absolutely love it. It's not a lot of athletes on Sundays. I usually have 3 or 4 athletes. I absolutely love working with these athletes. One of my athletes recently was using the battle ropes, which is one of
Mm,
my favorite exercises, and she kept saying, "I'm never going to give up. I'm going to keep trying no matter what."
yes,
I
yes.
love it.
Yeah. And speaking of never too old to do anything, for those who may be listening for the first time or need a refresher, Jody, when she started her fitness journey, would have never ended up thinking she'd get in shape. Not only did she get in shape, she never thought she'd ever be a trainer. She never thought
Mhm.
she'd get her certificate. Then she got that, but she was like, I don't know if I'll ever work teaching that. And now she's teaching 5 days a week. So go, Jody. Yeah, that's awesome. And I got my certificate too. I need to do some quick continuing education before mine expires. So let's go into my new endeavor. Here's what it is. I'm 52 years old, going to be 53 in March, so I'm closer to 53. We play basketball, a group of guys, colleagues and students, different age ranges. Two of my bosses, actually the top two guys in my work are play with us, and we play at 5:30 in the morning. And so for me, when we first started playing and I was in my rental, it was 20 minutes away. Now it's 45 minutes away. 40 to 45 minutes away. Even
Mhm.
at And so I have to wake up at 4 in the morning, get ready. I go to bed early, but I have my bag ready. All I have to do in the morning is wash my face, brush my teeth, put on my shoes and get out. But I noticed that even though I lift weights and I'm in shape and I walk 70,000 steps, I was a little winded running up and down the basketball court. My legs were taking a little bit to get underneath me. I am the oldest guy there. There's one guy who's just turned 50, and everybody else is in their low 40s, and the majority of people are in their 30s and 20s, including a couple of teenagers. And so, shout out to us old people. I'm one of the best in shape people there. And seeing, sorry to some of my colleagues who are breaking down, reminds me, younger colleagues, because I'm the oldest, reminds me of how much my training and staying in shape has contributed to me feeling strong. What I need to improve is my cardio. But then I got thinking, wait a minute. When I was younger, in my 20s, I can grab the rim on a 10-foot, regulation size basketball court. I can't do that now. I could just touch the bottom of the backboard. So I went on ChatGPT. I call it Ethan for the boy I never had. I got three girls. So I went on ChatGPT and I asked it first, is it possible at my age to recuperate my jumping ability to grab the rim? I was pleasantly surprised. Then I looked it up. Your body remembers what you could do before. So neurologically, it's in there. It just needs to be retrained. I was excited about that because I would like to get my vertical jump back to the ability to grab the rim. If I could, at 52, improve to dunk the basketball, I'd be shocked out of my brains because I've never been able to dunk, just grab the rim. So I went to ChatGPT, and a lot of people say don't trust ChatGPT. And obviously, I don't necessarily trust it, but I do use it as a sounding board or something to stimulate my thinking. Something I did recently, and I'm going to put it on the screen. I looked up different videos of the best plyometric exercises to increase vertical jump. Some of them are dumbbell pogo jumps, lunge jumps, power skips, depth jumps, banded resisted squat jumps, dumbbell box jumps, trap bar jumps, tuck jumps, explosive step ups. And so then I asked ChatGPT, well, knowing my age and knowing, rank them by tiers, right? So for my age, looking for joint health and all that, they recommended broad jumps, dumbbell pogo jumps, power skips, box jumps, and standing vertical jumps. I've been doing it now for about a week. And I can tell you, I've already seen improvement in my vertical jumps. Mainly, part of it is just newbie gains, right? I haven't been jumping intentionally for so long. My body's remembering, and I'm already seeing improvements in not only vertical jumping, but in quickness, in speed to move. It's paying off having to chase some of these young folks on the basketball court. Thoughts on that?
Can we pause?
Yeah.
So, I wanna find out if you used SMART goal principles, and can we break that down further? And for those of you who are
Mm,
not familiar with SMART goals, it's a methodology about creating goals to set yourself up for success, because anybody can just say, "I wanna jump higher," but the S in SMART goals stands for specific.
Yeah. So for me in this case, and we'll go through it, great point, Jody. The specific for me is to be able to grab the rim again like I used to. That means I would have to jump 10 feet, maybe 2 inches to
Mhm.
grab the rim. So that's the specific 10 feet. As long as I can grab the rim, that's the specific goal, which is 10 feet.
The M is for measurable. So how
Mhm.
are you measuring your success?
So every time I play basketball, we play on Tuesdays and Thursdays. After the first game, I test my vertical jump. It's only been a week. The first time I jumped, I was able to touch the backboard. A week later, I jumped again and it touched around the same area, but it felt easier. I didn't have to run as fast to touch the backboard.
Mhm.
It just felt like I was more in control. And so every week, I will do a test jump. That's how I measure. Till eventually,
Mhm.
I hope I get onto the rim, not to grab the rim.
The A stands for attainable, which you already know that you used to be able to do it. You did your homework to see if
Mm.
it was possible for you to get back there. Unattainable would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump 20 feet."
Yeah,
Like,
or unattainable.
when you can't do 10 feet.
I know. Unattainable would be like, oh, I'm going to dunk from the foul line. Well, there are very few players in the NBA who could do that, right? And there are players in the NBA who can't dunk. I don't expect to dunk. I just want to be able to grab the rim what I
Mhm,
used to. So is it attainable? Yes. Your body has this sense of remembrance. Obviously, I haven't been playing basketball regularly for years prior to now. And since I started working out, I haven't been doing vertical jump training. It's just mainly traditional weightlifting for getting, hypertrophy, getting bigger and stuff like that. So now that I'm being specific, is it attainable? Yes. The only
mhm.
doubt I had was, can I do it at 52? And the answer is yes, I can. Well, by the time I'm setting, we'll get to the time of the SMART goals. So we've done S, M, and A. What's R?
Mhm.
And then,
Relevant.
yes.
How's the goal relevant to you?
Well, because I'm playing basketball with all these youngins. The main thing, since I'm not pushing to be able to dunk the basketball, just grab the rim, what's relevant about that is for me to be able to jump that high, it's going to make me faster on the floor, right? More
Mhm.
explosive so I can get around the players who are playing defense. So, yes, the goal is to jump higher, but it's going to make me faster on the floor. I can get around people, I could defend better. Most people who are playing in the gym with me don't jump that high anyway. Yes, the goal
Mhm.
is to grab the rim, but the byproduct of that is going to make me more explosive and faster and keep my legs strong and healthy as I play basketball.
Last but not least, T is for time bound or timely, depending on which acronym breakdown you're looking at.
Yes. So most of these vertical jump training programs say to give it a fair shot, you should give it anywhere between 12 to 16 weeks of specific training. So that's what I'm going to do. Mine is probably more than 16 weeks, but I'm going to give myself to my birthday, which is more than 16 weeks. I hope to attain it by my 53rd birthday, which is March 25th. I'd love to be able to say at 53, I can still grab the rim even if I
Mhm.
should fail. Another side benefit is that your quad muscles, your leg muscles, are one of the highest indicator of longevity, right? The strength in your legs. Another thing I noticed, which is a side benefit, is that playing basketball is improving my VO2 max score because of the full court nature of running back and forth. Usually we only have either 8 or 10 players. So there are no substitutes. You're playing the whole hour and a half, right? Back and forth. It's improving my cardio. Lastly, all these YouTube videos of people who can dunk and are very proficient at it seem to have a very low body fat percentage. If you want to jump, why carry extra body fat? And
Mhm.
so the basketball itself and the vertical training helps with reducing body fat. And one of my side goals has always been to get back to 12% body fat or under. I'm at 14 and a half currently. And so that's going to help with that.
So, if you are watching this on YouTube or if you're listening through our audio providers, jump to the YouTube link for this episode and share any SMART goals you may have. And be specific. Go through the SMART and
Mhm.
or ask us if maybe we can help you break that down further. Definitely join the discussion.
Yeah, the beauty of SMART goals is it's specific, right? Just don't say, I want to jump higher. But what's the measuring? Well, to me, the measure, like I said, is 10 feet. Is it attainable? Yes. Is it relevant? Yes, because I'm playing basketball and jumping higher is always better. And then here comes my 53rd birthday. Can I do it? Now, let me
I
tell you
think you can.
something. Yeah, I think so. Cool. Because the second time I jumped to touch, it just felt easier. Like I
Mhm.
didn't feel strained. Let me find it. Where did it go? Oh, don't tell me I deleted it. We can add. Oh, no, no. Here it is. I'll put it on the screen. So see, this is the basketball court I'm playing in. If you notice, I'm able to touch this silver section here right above the blue pad, right?
Mhm.
That's not that far off from the rim, which lets me
Right.
know this is after decades of not playing. I just a week into vertical jump training. You can get your legs strong doing squats, but if you don't do plyometrics to help explosiveness, then you may not be able to jump. I was able to touch the top of the silver line there. My finger
Mhm.
was on top of that. That's not that far from the rim. Maybe 7 inches, 6 inches. I look forward to it.
I think next time we record an episode, I am going to give you a SMART goal that I'm going to be working on.
Okay, good.
I have an idea what I want it to be, but I need to break it down. I don't want to just say what it is and not
Uh-huh.
be able to tell you each letter like you just told us about your goal. So that's my homework assignment for next time.
There you go. And another beautiful thing is what you said earlier. You're never too late to start something new and pursue something. It keeps the joy in working out, not like you and I need the discipline, right? We're already disciplined. We've proven that, keeping our weight off. But to mix something up like this, I like that my working out is going to show somewhere, which is in basketball. I play golf and I've seen the improvement in my golf swing, but oftentimes, because of the nature of my work, I play golf alone. So even though I hit it far and I enjoy it, it's like nobody's there to watch it. In basketball, they could see the improvement. Not only that, I see that there are people younger than me who are missing like a month because their knee is swelling up. They
Mhm.
used to do knees over toes program, but they stopped. And now they're seeing the consequences of not staying on top of their fitness. And then
Mm.
a lot of times, this is one guy, Ali Sage. He's 26 and he's the fastest guy there. A lot of times they throw me to defend him. Like he's 26, I'm 52. I'm double his age, and you're asking me to defend him? He still scores, but at least I make him work for it. Internally, it makes me happy that at 52, I can still keep up. I can still play and I can still stay in shape.
Well, even for you and me, we're both very disciplined with our
Hmm.
fitness. But I think it's important to add a fitness goal because nobody can do every single thing. Besides
Hmm.
your goal inspiring me, somebody the other day at CrossFit asked me a question that really got me thinking. He's like, "What fitness goals are you working on?" Didn't really have an answer. I'm like, what am I working on or what should I be working on? Because those are 2 different things.
Yeah.
So it's like we need to it's great to be disciplined, but we need to still occasionally push ourselves out of that comfort zone and challenge ourselves in new ways.
We were talking about smart goals, and I told you yesterday at my job we had it. I took a picture, and it's funny because now that I think about it, he gave us this keynote that he had. This is my boss. And there you have it, people. S, make goals clear and specific. M, make them measurable, defined, measurable assets. Confirm your goals as attainable. Verify your goals are relevant and set up a time based plan. And to review, I want to grab the rim, which is 10 feet. Defined, the rim will tell me whether I reached or not. Is it attainable? Yes, I used to be able to do it. Is it relevant? Yes, because I'm playing basketball 2 times a week at 5:30 in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you're in Oklahoma, hit me up and we'll get you in. I want to be able to reach that goal by the time I'm 53 years old, which is March 25. There you have it. Smart goals.
Awesome. I wanted to say thank you to our subscribers. Mindful Muscle podcasts, as you guys know, have been pretty quiet, but we are back and we
Yes.
haven't lost any subscribers. We've actually gained some subscribers, which is
Okay.
blessing.
Mhm.
Maybe our older episodes are getting traction. So we are back. We are going to start dropping episodes more than we have the past couple months.
Yeah. Hey, look, and
You.
for having those loyal listeners, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to have a giveaway So either Built from Broken or this one from the guy who Squat University.
Love their content.
Yes. So this is the Milo book. Where's the camera? There we go. Rebuilding Milo. I have extra copies. Jody and I will come up with a giveaway to give out one of each of those books. And don't worry,
Awesome.
I'll cover shipping and handling to whoever gets it.
Are back.
Now, for the rest of this year, we're only going to be dropping episodes every other week. Holidays, me still getting used to being here in Oklahoma in my new house. Next time we drop an episode, we'll talk about the design of my gym. I'm going to be building a gym for myself, somewhere between 750 to 900 square feet. We'll talk about why I originally wanted a gym of 1,500 square feet. But unless the audience is going to donate to that dream, I'm going to have to keep it below at 900 square feet. And I'm going to tell you next time why I came to those conclusions. All right. Financially, I'll tell you what we can afford, what we can't, what the cost goes into. It's not because you can go online and find these metal buildings and it's only like $10,000 for 1,500 square foot. But that's just the beginning. Then you gotta, well, let me not give too much away, but there's so much more that goes into it. And I'd love to talk. And once the gym starts being built, I'm gonna start filming it as it starts going up little by little, filming the process until click, the lights go on and I got my gym back.
And I definitely, in a future episode, would love to talk about my son Alex, who's
Oh yeah.
14, who started working out consistently. And he's been asking me a lot of questions about
Mm-hmm.
nutrition. And I want to tackle how, as a mom, I've been handling those questions because
Mm-hmm.
those questions aren't always easy to answer to a teenager. We'll dive into that in future episodes.
Anything else as we wrap up this episode, Jody?
No, we're back and excited to get the ball rolling again and hopefully inspire others to put in the work to prioritize themselves and show themselves the ultimate self love by taking care of your health and your body.
If you don't take care of yourself, who will in the end? Until next time on the Mindful Muscle Podcast, be blessed.